And welcome to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. Tonight, Video Productions presents an exciting early season showdown of girls basketball. The undefeated Spartans of Greenbrier East 5-0 take on the undefeated Lady Flying Eagles of Beckley. They are 3-0. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry, and we got a full bunch here with us here tonight. We got Maddie Belcher with us, my normal partner, Eric Thomas. We got the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. We got Faith Alexander, both producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, I'll start with you. Well, what a big early season showdown. I think it's a measuring stick for each team. Greenbrier East are, as I mentioned, on top, winners of their first 5 games. Beckley winners of their first 3 games. And like I said, I think an early season measuring stick before each one of these teams get ready for their Christmas break.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And as you look at the rosters, I think, Beckley has a few players back. I think Greenbrier East is breaking in some new players, but both teams are looking to the state tournament, and I think both of them have state tournament caliber rosters.
And I would agree with that. Also, in the past, they were always in the same region, but the way they're now being reclassified, of course, Beckley remained a 4A school, Greenbrier East now a 3A school, so East and Beckley, this will be their only meeting of the entire year. They will not play in the postseason.
And the thing with this, you want that feather in your cap, and if you only play once, you want to win this one because you'll have bragging rights in this rivalry, and this is a great rivalry, and I hope they continue to play this one.
And Eric, you and I have had the experience of being able to broadcast Beckley and Greenbrier East girls and boys, but we got someone here special with us tonight, which is the rose sitting between us two thorns, which is Maddie Belcher. And Maddie actually played in this series when she played at Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. So Maddie, what's that like when you're ready to play Greenbrier East? I know you try to treat all the regular season games alike, but I know this is a little different.
Yeah, this game is always a really highly anticipated game for both teams. But it just comes down to being able to stay, level-headed and staying calm and not letting, your emotions get to you. Because, at the end of the day, we're both here to play basketball, and it's just, which team's going to leave it out on the floor.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And also, Eric, to add what you said, since they don't play in the tournament, you're right. You want to have that bragging rights moving on because this is the only time they're going to play this year.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And we talked about this because this is a rivalry, and make no bones about it. And Maddie touched on it, and I think she is accurate and spot on with the team that's able to harness, keep that energy, but harness it in the right way and channel it the right way on the court. Usually comes out on top in this contest.
Well, Greenbrier East, as we mentioned, they're 5-0. They've played 2 more games than Beckley. Their wins are over Lincoln County, Nitro, Huntington St. Joe's, Chapmanville, and their more recent win of Pikeview. And in that win the other night against Pikeview, Kennedy Stewart, just a freshman, she leads the team at 18 a game. She poured in 23. In fact, Greenbrier East, Ava Workman, averages 11, got 10 the other night against Pikeview. And Jada Waller ended up with 11. And they also have another freshman, McClure. She's at 7 points a game. So Coach Jim Justice at Greenbrier East, he's got a well-balanced offensive squad.
Yeah, and he's a well-balanced, but it's also young, as you stated. Other than the 4 people that you mentioned, only 1 senior. You have 2 sophomores and 2 freshmen and a sophomore, leading the way for this team. So it bodes well for him in the future.
And Maddie, on the flip side, as we take a look at Beckley, 3-0, they come in averaging 82 points a game, winners over Bluefield and Shady that Eric and I broadcast, and they went on the road the other night and beat Capital. But, Maddie, as you were preparing for the game, we was talking about Beckley's entire starting 5, all averaging in double figures, led by Josie Cross and Zoe Williams at 15 apiece. Zoe Williams, a freshman, then 14 for Donya Burton, 12 for Abby Dillon, and 10 for Alana Ellis.
Yeah, I agree with you that, this is going to be a really good game. And I think, while we do have a couple seniors on the team this year, and they've been through this, they know what to expect, I think it'll be good for the upcoming freshmen. So that way they can kind of get a taste of what it's like to play in a high school rivalry game.
One of the things, Eric, and I think these are key numbers for Beckley, the Lady Flying Eagles through the first 3 games, shooting 57% from 2-point range, but only 20% from downtown. No question that Coach Brian Neighbors wants to see that percent go up, but here's definitely a percentage that has to go up. Only 57% from the foul line is Beckley shot through the first 3 games.
Yeah, and free throws are just that. They're free. You're not being guarded. Unguarded shots, you should make them, and they will improve that. But I do actually think that 3-point shooting will improve. The 2 games that we were able to do, good looks, couple of rim outs, just not following their way right now, and keep shooting them. But I really think the year layoff hurt Abby Dillon's shot, just a little bit, but it will come. And you know what she has done since she's been back? She's really stabilized the backcourt, because she had 8 assists the other night and 11 points. So that's having her hand, in controlling the offense. And I think, with Coach Neighbors, both of the coaches being guards, they really appreciate Abby coming back and helping out with that guard play.
Well, one of the things, Maddie, if you had any eligibility left, their three-point shooting would go up the way you used to knock them down from the corner. So maybe you think we can have you eligible maybe for one more game.
Man,
we could suit you up a little bit.
If I could.
Well,
I would.
I'll tell Coach Neighbors, I said we feel fortunate because we got you over here with our team rather than with his team. He had you, now you're with us.
Right.
And we appreciate that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take our first pregame break here in the Beckley Auto Mall Dutch Miller pregame show, getting you ready for what we think is going to be an outstanding early season matchup in girls basketball. Greenbrier East 5-0, Beckley 3-0 will tip at the bottom of the hour. We'll be right back as this game is streaming live on Video Productions.
Yes! Why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you have a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you back on your feet in a very timely manner. They're located at Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Love me some pig. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Cracker Barrel, make that your next stop. The Old Country Store with locations in Beckley and Princeton. Well, got a question for both of you, and Eric, we'll start with you. I'm sure that Beckley will want the pace like they always want it, up and down the floor. Looking at the roster of Greenbrier East, Eric, they don't seem to be as deep or have as many players. They only had 6 that dressed in the JV game, and they led for the first part of that game before Beckley went on a nice run and ended up winning that game. I think it was by 20+. But that could be a big factor. I'm not sure how deep Greenbrier East, how many bodies they have available. So definitely one of the keys to this game is controlling the pace of the game. Beckley wants to push it. East will run when they can, but I think East will be more content, don't you think, in a half-court set?
Yeah, I think East, they run a lot of different sets. They'll try to keep the game probably in the 50s and 60s, and it's evident now with the style of play in the first 3 games for Beckley that they want to get up and down, and probably do some pressure, apply some pressure. But I think the key to the game is going to be foul situations, as you stated, for either team. I think Burton can't get into early foul trouble for Beckley, and you're going to need Kennedy on the floor and Workman for Greenbrier East in order for them both to stay in the game.
And Maddie, could we see Coach Neighbors maybe extend the pressure and make Greenbrier East guards work to really get the ball up the court and maybe try to do that early in the game to perhaps try to wear them out into the second half?
Yeah, I think definitely early on in the game, Coach Bryan, he's definitely going to push some harder defense. And I think that's just because, hard defense it leaks into the offense. So I think if they start out the game with a strong defense, like you said, pressuring them, it'll help their offense get a good start.
For everybody watching out there tonight, if you could share the link and the post to this broadcast that we have tonight, we think we're going to be in for a great basketball game. Of course, the head coach of Greenbrier East, Maddie, and Eric has just made his way into the building. Of course, our current governor, soon to be ex-governor here at the first of the year, will become a state senator. So I just wonder if his address is going to move from Lewisburg, Eric, and Maddie, to Washington, D.C.
Well, I'm thinking he'll probably have to spend some time there, but, he loves the kids, and he's going to continue coaching, he says.
And, Maddie, all the time when you played at Beckley, you played against Jim Justice and his team. And like I said, I know it's a regular season game, and I'm sure Coach Neighbors told you guys the week of, the day of, it's just like any other regular season game, but down deep it isn't.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely, like you said, it's just a regular season game, but it's definitely something that holds a lot of weight to it. This game has a lot of, the girls, they anticipate it, the schools anticipate it, and it's going to be a good game.
And especially what we talked about in our first segment this time around, since Greenbrier East and Beckley no longer play in the tournament, because as we mentioned, Greenbrier East is now down a class in AAA since they went to 4 classes and Beckley's in 4A. There won't be any tournament, so if you lose tonight, you don't have a chance to get back at them until you have to go up there next year, because there's no other game that they'll play other than tonight.
Exactly. So, it's big for both teams, but especially for the seniors, who this will be the last time, that they will face East. And it's just, you definitely want to leave it on a good note.
And Eric, what's neat about this, we have the girls' action here tonight. Well, the Beckley boys team will open up their 24-25 season in Fairleigh at Greenbrier East tomorrow night.
Yeah, and both of these teams want to sweep, they want to football, and so if you want to start out the season right and beating Greenbrier East if you're Beckley. And on the flip side, Greenbrier East definitely wants to get that win against Beckley.
At least on the boys' side, even though just like the girls, they're in 2 different classifications. Beckley 4A, as I mentioned, and Greenbrier East 3A. They will play home and home. They will play, as I mentioned, tomorrow in boys up at Greenbrier East. But later in the year, I think it's the 18th of January is when Greenbrier East comes to Beckley. So at least they'll play twice in boys. But this is the only act for the girls here tonight, Maddie.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be, a good game. Both teams, I think, are going to leave it all out there for the one and only time.
So both teams are going through their warm-ups, and it's a real big game, Eric, because we see officials that we're not used to seeing, and when they bring them from somewhere out of the region, and officials do a great job. And for us, we don't care who they are, because we know obviously they're qualified. That's why they're assigned to the game. But you can kind of tell the magnitude of the game when they don't really use local officials that we normally see.
Yeah, and I think that's good for both teams, because a lot of teams, you don't want them pointing fingers like
right.
You give them calls or this or that. Just leave it out on the floor. As Matt, I'm gonna use Maddie's term, because that's where it should be won, in between the lines. And officials, if anybody's, no one talks about them, that means they had a great game.
Yeah, and like I said, I had seen them before, but not that often, especially not a lot of the games, Eric and Maddie, in which we do in Raleigh County and surrounding areas.
Right. Yeah, I think, like Eric said, I think it's good that we have, different refs, no pointing fingers. Especially, it can get kind of heated from the parent and fan side. And, I think it's just good for both teams.
And it's a big game, too. The Beckley cheerleaders have showed up for this game, Maddie. So, it's a really big game for the Lady Flying Eagles, right?
It is.
And, Eric, something we talked about, too, the other night. The one thing about it, and I do believe this, and you had mentioned it, I think Beckley brings out the best in Greenbrier East players, and Greenbrier East players bring out the best in Beckley players.
Man, it's a known fact, and that's why I don't listen to that coach speak, because both these coaches that are sitting on this bench want to win this game. There's no bones about it, and they want their kids to know that this is a big game.
Right.
So I love it, man. Anytime you have a rivalry, you want to suit up, you want to play your best, and you give that extra. I know you should give your 100%, 110, whatever, but you give your 120% in a rivalry game like this.
So, Maddie, let me ask you, maybe advantage to Beckley since they're at home?
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely an advantage to playing on your home court. And like y'all said, both of these teams bring out the best in each other. And especially with both teams winning, their most recent games, I think this will be a good test for each team.
Both teams continue going through their pregame warm-up. The game will tip at the bottom of the hour. We'll take our second Beckley Auto Mall Dutch Miller pregame show break, and we'll come back with more as we get you ready for 5-0 Greenbrier East against 3-0 Beckley. Tip at the bottom of the hour here on Video Productions.
Yes! Why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatscity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatscity.com.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School, getting you ready for the game at the bottom of the hour between undefeated Greenbrier East 5-0 and undefeated Beckley 3-0. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond is the broker. You can dial him up at 304-256-0101. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by United Coal Company. United Coal Company offers a no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company matching 401k plan. You can apply for a job with Affinity Coal Company, or you can apply online through the Facebook page at United Coal. Well, Maddie, since you've played in this rivalry, I got to ask you, what is the day like? And I know that they probably had a shoot around. Today was the last day of school as far as the winter break is concerned, getting ready to go into the holidays. So they probably had to wait till after school, maybe had to shoot around 3 o'clock. But how nervous, what's that like? Because to me, I would think you just want 7:30 to get here. You want to get the game underway.
It's definitely like how you said, are you nervous? It's not really like a nervous, it's more of like an excitement. You know, like you said, 7:30 can't get here soon enough.
That's enough, right.
The girls, I expect we're definitely, focused throughout the day, especially during the shoot around. But, yeah, I think everyone's just really excited for this game.
So, Eric, back in your playing days, what was the game that kind of got you, what Maddie was talking about, the little giddy, little excited, and, you're in a shoot around at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you couldn't wait till the tip. What was that team back in your playing days?
Well, it was always the Shady Tigers, man, because they had, my favorite player that's ever played in this area I played against is Bruce Martin. And he always brought the best out of me, man. She knew everybody was going to be there watching Bruce, so you had to really show up and show out. So all day long, man. And that one, close second was Mullins, because you loved to go on the road and go to Mullins because you saw all those banners and you saw all the trophies and all the history of great players. So those two teams, man, it just seemed like the day drug on before you got to play.
And Eric, I think that's a great point, because Maddie, and remember in our last segment, I asked you, I thought, well, maybe Beckley, and I still believe this, that Beckley would have a slight advantage playing at home. But to Eric's point, I think that also will jack Greenbrier East up. One, because they're already jacked up because they're playing Beckley, but also because, for them, if East can come into Beckley and beat Beckley here, to me, that's like 2 wins for Greenbrier East.
Yeah, I agree. That's definitely how we felt, when we had to go on the road and play them at their place. There's just something about beating them at their home court.
Right.
That's just, it's an energy that's unmatched.
Right, Eric. Gives you that little extra. Feels like you got 2 wins out of that.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And it seems like when you do go on the road and get a big win, it's like you went and stole, like you said, stole something from them, because all teams really think they should win at home, and you should defend your home court. And when you go get a victory on the road, man, that bus ride home, it's so much fun. And you lose, you don't get to eat, you don't want to eat, you don't want to talk.
You just want to get on the bus and get home.
You just replay the game through your head, so the trip is terrible.
Well, the one thing that Beckley has done through these first 3 games, and I think this has been Coach Neighbors' maybe his best team in the last 3 or 4 years, the fact that he has 5 girls all in double figures, where, Maddie, on any one given night, they don't have to rely on any one girl, because they've got 5 girls that can put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, that's definitely an advantage, because like you said, they don't have to rely on any one girl. If one girl is, not having a good night, they're having, their shots off, it's not all reliant on that one girl. Like you said, there's 3 or 4 other girls that can pick up the slack, on the court.
And for Greenbrier East, Eric, who would you think? You think that Kennedy Stewart, because she is the team's leading scorer at 18, she got 23. But I think when you play in a game like this, your best players, it really have to be your best players.
Yeah, your best players have to show up and really set the tone. And the thing is, with this year's team, a lot was on Josie Cross's shoulders last year, I thought, because they didn't have the same team that they previously had, and a lot of defenses were geared to really take her out. Now with this balance, with Zoe Williams back, and the capabilities of Abby Dillon to knock down the 3 and Burton to beat you off the dribble, it's free. I think Josie will be able to play more free this game and not have to do everything, and that's what's good. Both teams are well balanced, but it's going to be those unsung heroes, that someone getting a rebound here. I think Alana Ellis really could play a pivotal part in this game, because the way she's been doing work on the glass. Sometimes she does all the little stuff, take a charge here, do all that. So I think, like you said, the stars or the best players will be the best players, but it's those role players that are the key.
Well, we're a little less than 10 minutes away from tipping it off, and the crowd continuing to file in. And I think when we finally get the ball in the air at 7:30, the crowd will be at fever pitch. I think the players will be ready. The coaches will be ready. I know us as broadcasters, I'm sure Maddie will be ready. You can feel how cold my hands are. That's like a not really nervous, but like an excited energy, more as you stated earlier.
Right.
All right, we'll take one more break here in the Beckley Auto Mall Dutch Miller pregame show. We're getting you ready. What we think is going to be a fabulous girls basketball game between 5-0 Greenbrier East, coached by the current governor, soon-to-be senator of West Virginia, Jim Justice, and the 3-0 Beckley Flying Eagles, coached by Brian Neighbors. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Yes, why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School with Eric Thomas and Maddie Belcher. I'm Maris Lowry. The brains of the outfit, Faith Alexander producing and directing. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, is alongside. And we have Jackie Moon on camera. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber till you need a plumber. And you never know when you need someone to fix your heat till you need someone to fix your heat. It's an easy number to remember. Modley's is 304-253-HELP. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes. Leisure Lanes, I was there this afternoon, folks, and I'm telling you, it's a great time for that rockin' New Year's Eve. And they still have some lanes available, and you need to call Leisure Lanes right now and reserve your lane at 304-253-7328. Doesn't matter the age. Eric and I, we've had our families over there many New Year's Eves, Eric. It's a great time. 9 o'clock to 1 a.m. and buffet-style food, continental breakfast, party hats, and noisemakers. I still have party hats from 3 or 4 times we went. The noisemakers don't make noise anymore. That was just me. But the party hats, I still got them, and that'll be a great time. So dial them up. Well, right now, Eric, as you look at the time on the clock, 3 minutes, and Maddie first. Eric, I'll let you go first. What do you think's going through the locker room of both players and coaches right now?
I think both coaches are just saying control your emotions, like Addie said. Maddie. But here's what I think, Maris. I really think it's a game of runs, and you want to stay in tune and involved in the game because it's a game of runs, and I don't think either team is going to run away and bury the other. So whoever is able early on to consistently control their emotions and stop runs will be well off in this game.
So, Maddie, take us back to when you were playing. If you were sitting in the locker room right now, we're running the clock down 2 minutes here, and probably about 2.5 minutes before we actually get the game started, and you're in there one final time before you take the floor. Like, what's kind of going through your mind? What do you think Coach Neighbors is telling the team right now?
I mean, definitely like Eric said, it's all about keeping your emotions in check, not getting, too riled up over just little petty things. Because, there's going to be some petty calls. There's probably going to be some petty moves. And it's important not to get, so upset over that. And just to definitely, work hard on defense. Because like I said earlier, defense leads into offense. So if you're working hard on your defense, it sets the tone for the game.
Beckley now has made their way out of the locker room. Greenbrier East was already out on the floor. East still going through their final warm-ups. And Eric will let you give the starting lineups for the Greenbrier East Spartans as their head coach. As we mentioned, making his way out from being governor to senator, Mr. Jim Justice, the head coach of the Spartans. You have the starting lineups.
Okay, Maris, they'll go this way. At the guard position, they will go with Ava Workman, Kennedy Stewart, and McKenna McClure. At center, they will have Hannah Fuller. She's a big one. She's 6'1" and probably will hurt Beckley on the boards. And rounding out the starting lineup will be Jada Waller, the only senior in the lineup.
And Maddie will have you give the Lady Flying Eagles under head coach Brian Neighbors.
So starting 5 for the Eagles is Josie Cross, Abby Dillon, Danya Burton, Alana Ellis, and Zoe Williams.
You know, I got a funny story I got to tell you about Zoe Williams. Before the game, and she was out warming up right when they got ready to play the JV game, and I was talking to assistant coach Gene Neighbors. And for those who don't know, Gene and I and Randy Moss, we went to the Nike camp together back in 1994. As you know, Gene Neighbors was back in his playing days one of the top 150 high school players in the country. So he was talking about Zoe Williams, how she wants to go to UConn. And I said, Gene, I'm going to have to go out there and talk to her. I said, she ought to think about going to Notre Dame. Notre Dame has beat UConn 3 straight. So it was funny. So I went out there and I said Irish in her ear. And she looked at me like, what the heck's he talking about? When I came back, then I told her, I said what Gene had told me. And she thought that was funny. I said, well, Notre Dame's got the best of them over the last 3 times. All right, looks like we're getting ready to have the playing of the national anthem. We're going to go ahead and take a break and come back and get you ready for the game. It'll be 5-0 Greenbrier East against 3-0 Beckley. Coming up next here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett with Window Rota Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
New River CTC Invitational is back and bigger than ever with over 30 high school and college basketball teams. And we want you to be a part of it. Sponsorship opportunities are now available for the 7th annual New River CTC Invitational. From Bridgeport to Beckley, Martinsburg to Shady Spring, and all points in between, it's a great day to become a sponsor. Don't miss out. Contact us at 304-929-6734 or visit nrctcf.org to become a
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School, and we appreciate your attendance here on Video Productions. Sit back, have a nice cold Pepsi in a blue can, or if you prefer the Pepsi Zero in the black can or Diet Pepsi in the silver can. All right, Eric, before we get ready to have the opening tip, of course, we're going to have the starting lineups. First of all, Eric, I'll put you on the spot a little bit. Give me one thing that each team needs to do that if they do this, they will win the game tonight.
I think if Beckley defends the way I think they can defend, they win the game tonight.
And, Maddie, I'll pose that same question to you. One thing that each team will have to do, and, of course, Eric, we'll get back to you what Greenbrier East needs to do, but, Maddie, what's your take on this?
Like you said, Beckley definitely needs to defend, especially, this is their home court, being able to defend the house. And I think if East is able to, get a drive past them, and I think if they keep up good offense, that'll be good for them.
And, Eric, for Greenbrier East, if they're to win, what do they need to do?
I think control the glass. And I mean that when Beckley shoots, you got to hold Beckley to one and done. And I think that will help them keep tempo and pace of the game.
I think that's the key. I think the pace of the game. And as you stated earlier in one of our earlier segments, Greenbrier East, I think they feel if they're going to win this game in the mid to high 50s. They might be able to get to 60, but Beckley, as we talked about, they enter the game averaging 82 points a game. Beckley's got to get this game into the 70s, and if this game gets to 70, I think that gives Beckley the best chance to win the game.
And I think you're exactly right, and that will be them controlling the tempo, that being Beckley, and that's why I think it's imperative that Greenbrier East can rebound the ball, because a lot of Beckley's offenses, as Maddie stated, comes off from you miss a shot, they're going to get it out and they're going to get up the court.
Well, I'll tell you this, when our schedule first came out of all the games we were going to do, I circled this one because I was really excited about this as much as any boys game or any other girls game we do the rest of the year. I'm just as excited about this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've seen a lot of Woodrow alumni in here and a lot of former players, here just to watch this game.
So Hannah Fuller will be in the center circle for Greenbrier East. She is a freshman, 6'1" freshman, and she's ready to jump. Beckley still getting their final instructions from head coach Brian Neighbors. And now Beckley will break their huddle. And let's see who will be in the center circle for Beckley. It will be Donya Burton. So it'll be Burton jumping against Fuller. The officials are all set. The crowd is settled. We are settled with Eric Thomas and Maddie Belcher. I'm Maris Lowry. Ball in the air. We're underway. Beckley and Greenbrier East. Stewart for three right off the bat. Drains a 3-ball.
And that's what the doctor ordered for Greenbrier East. Right off the bat, a nice 3 from Stewart.
Maddie, Abby Belcher. I'm getting confused. Abby Dillon. That's why she missed that. Maddie, that's why she missed that 3, because I've called her you and you her. Here's another 3. Good. Back-to-back 3 balls by Kennedy Stewart, and East gets an inbounds for steal. And the Spartans, right off the bat, not even a minute into the game, they hit a big left hook on Beckley, and now they take should be 8-0 unless they called one of those a 2 ball.
I think the first one was a 2.
Okay, the first one was a 2, so I stand corrected. And the Spartans with a touchdown and extra point. Wow, Eric, and his surprise, as we watched the replay, that Greenbrier East came out and added the pressure to Beckley and forced a turnover.
Yeah, and the thing is, the good thing about it is that that Beckley was able to call a timeout early, and it happened really early, a game of runs, as I stated, early in this contest, just settled down. And I'm wondering why they called that a 2.
Yeah, because it looked like she was behind the line to me.
Definitely behind the line.
Yeah, and that was so.
It looks like Justice is wondering the same thing.
Yeah, it was clearly, both of them were clearly 3s.
And Eric, I know they can't use our video to determine that, but you're right. It surely should be 8. That's why I was surprised that they said it was only a 2.
I had to change it in my book. It was clearly behind the line.
Yeah, so here's Beckley breaking the pressure. Nice passing. Alana Ellis with the finish. That was great ball movement.
Yeah.
As Josie Cross over to Zoe Williams to Alana Ellis. Alana Ellis able to finish.
Those are great looks.
And there's a turnover, and we got a held ball, and the arrow will go to Beckley.
See, Beckley, after scoring, though, was able to get into their set defense, and I just truly believe this is going to be a game. You know, you're going to have some runs, but this is going to be a closely contested game.
And, Maddie, Eric, just a minute into the game, look how much excitement, action we've already had. Alana Ellis straight away, 15-footer, in and out, no good. She had a good look at it, and here come the Spartans. Beckley playing man-to-man. Nice take to the basket and a nice finish. That's a beautiful play by Workman.
So the 9 points come from the 2 guards.
Beckley turns it over. And there's a Beckley foul as on the turnover that time. It was Stewart splitting the defenders and a foul on Beckley.
They're going to call that on Alana Ellis, and I just think she got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. I think she was just diving to her spot, and it was a foul, but just one of those cheap ones you pick up.
The young lady, Kennedy Stewart, we've seen her older sister plays for the women's team at WVU Tech. Here's Workman on the drive. She lost her footing. There's a nice take and a Beckley foul.
And that's one of those fouls by Zoe Williams, young. She was in good defensive position, just didn't need to swat down. That would have been a tough make.
So it'll be Waller at the free throw line to shoot a pair for Greenbrier East. And, Maddie, if you're the Spartans, we talked about this not quite 2 minutes into the game, and this is how you want to start if you want to start this at home, but definitely if you're the road team, this is how you want to start.
Yeah, definitely East has got a good start, and if they keep this up, then, this might be a team in their favor. This might be a game in their favor.
So Waller misses the first one, second free throw on the way. She missed them both. Battle for the rebound. It's out of bounds to Beckley.
And that surprises me. As good as Greenbrier shoots, the ball to miss those 2 free throws like that.
That kind of surprised me that Spartans came out and wanted to press Beckley, because I thought that's something Beckley would do to them rather than the Spartans pressing Beckley.
Well, I can see that the defense is really geared right here to take Abby Dillon to get the ball out of her hands real quick and not let her get it back.
Here's Alana Ellis on the drive. Little mid-range shot. Won't get it to go. She had a good look. and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley. But Alana Ellis made one and missed two, but she's had two real good looks.
Yeah, but I like the aggressiveness right there. If you're gonna get her that shot, Alana Ellis needs to take that every time.
Ball comes to Abby Dillon. Greenbrier East now, Maddie back in a zone. Trying to make Beckley beat him from the perimeter. Beckley working around, Eric trying to find that open look. Burton puts it on the deck, tacks the rim, and Josie Cross with an offensive rebound. The put back up and in by Josie Cross. Something that you had touched about, Eric. Beckley hitting the glass. Here's a shot, a three. It's short. That three ball put up by Workman. Here's Beckley with numbers. Josie Cross tacks the basket, left of the lane, lays it up and in.
And that's what Josie has to do, get out and run and get those easy buckets.
And the ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans. As we watch that last replay, Beckley with a nice break.
Yeah, but Donya Burton got actually lucky to get that rebound. She didn't really crash. She'll be, to really crash the boards there on the miss.
So give and go. McClure goes to the basket and she'll draw the foul. That's the old style basketball. Greenbrier East was able to find Fuller at the head of the lane, and then McClure goes back door, gets the pass, and draws the foul.
That'll be a hard foul to the bucket by Josie Cross, and that'll be her first and the team's third.
So it'll be McClure, who comes in averaging 7 a game at the free throw line, and the first free throw is up and in. But Maddie and Eric, I think if you're Greenbrier East, I think this is exactly how you wanted to start.
Right.
Second free throw by McClure is good. She got them both. And once again, East puts the pressure on Beckley. They're able to break it. They got numbers. Here's Josie Cross with a finish and lays it up and in.
Josie's doing a great job, not shying away from the defense and, going up and taking it strong.
Great job by Beckley to break the full court pressure and get a layup out of it. Beckley playing man-to-man. East trying to run a ball screen there at the head of the lane. Stewart from downtown. That's a little short. Battle for the rebound, and the Spartans get it.
And that's a mistake defensively by Beckley. You got to go over screens when Stewart has the ball. You can't give her that space.
Especially with a shooter like that.
Stewart drives to the basket with the left hand, a little strong, and Alana Ellis will clear the boards for Beckley. Beckley on the move. Here's Abby Dillon. Abby Dillon, three ball on its way, back iron. Josie Cross had a hand on it, and the long rebound comes out to the Spartans. Greenbrier East goes in for the layup by Workman.
That's Workman's 6th point of the first quarter.
Here's Alana Ellis. Passes Josie Cross down low. Josie Cross loses the ball, and Greenbrier East turns Beckley over.
Greenbrier East right now is the better team defensively. They're getting all the 50-50 balls, hands in lanes, and really putting pressure on that Beckley offense.
Stewart into traffic off the dribble. What a great finish that is. Puts the ball. She's amazing. You can tell that she can really score. Putting the ball on the deck, and another turnover, and able to take it right to the basket. Here's a missed shot and a rebound, and we got a Greenbrier East foul. And the foul is going to be against McClure, as McClure and Burton were battling for that loose ball. But here's this last play. Look at that nice drive. And like I said, that hard dribble into the lane, able to finish.
And that will be McClure's first, the team's first, and the first foul whistled on Greenbrier East.
As Beckley will dip into their bench, and Carson Gunner will check into the Beckley scheme of things. Abby Dillon on the drive, down the lane. Her shot is swatted from behind. Nice defensive play by Ava Workman.
They called a foul on that, a late whistle.
Well, it was a late whistle because it looked all ball as Abby Dillon went down the lane.
And that's going to be a foul, as you stated, whistled on Workman. They said got her with the body. Looked like a clean block.
That's what I said.
On the drive.
Clearly got the ball clean, as Abby Dillon will get to the line to shoot a pair. First free throw is no good. Abby Dillon, one of the better free throw shooters on the Beckley team. Second free throw on its way. She makes one of two. Greenbrier's nice ball fake. The shot is too strong by Workman, but that was a great ball move to get the shot. Alana Ellis comes out of there with the rebound. Beckley on the move. Gunner, that's going to be needs a roll. I wasn't sure if that was going to be short and got the shooter's touch. Carson Gunner off the bench, her first 2 points.
Boy, this has just been good action.
Great
back and
basketball.
Forth.
Nice take in the ball, in and out, heart break for Ava Workman as the ball is out of bounds over to Beckley. As we watch this, here's this last play by Gunner.
But you know what you like about that play by Gunner, Maddie, is she was decisive. She caught it and knew she was going to shoot. Don't hesitate.
And you know, Maddie, that ball I think hit every part of the rim, didn't it? The front, the back part.
I think
went
so.
in.
She got it all covered.
As Josie Cross puts it on the deck, tacks the basket. Nice drive by Josie Cross. And she'll draw the foul and get to the line. For those who don't know, Josie Cross is signed to go to play at the next level. She'll play at Frostburg State in Maryland, and that's a great play, Eric and Maddie, being able to take the defender off the dribble into the lane to draw the foul.
And that's what she did well. Take advantage of that height advantage and get into the lane, and as Beckley's free throw rolls were coming back.
That's something we talked about, if you remember, Maddie and Eric, in the pregame show. Coming into the game through the first 3 games, Beckley only is making 57%. And now they've missed a couple of free throws already here in this first quarter as Josie Cross makes 1 of 2. By the way, got to give a shout out to Josie's uncle Cliff in Myrtle Beach and her other uncle Richard in Wheeling watching on Video Productions. Here's a 3 put up that time by Stewart, no good. Here's Abby Dillon on the move. Down the lane, Zoe Williams for 3, a little strong, and Stewart clears the rebound for the Spartans.
And that was Zoe Williams' first look, great open look, but I'll have her take that 9 times out of 10 as East turns it over.
Yeah, that time, Maddie, they were zigging when they should have been zagging. But, you know, Eric, even though, and Maddie, I think you would agree with this, even though Beckley's behind and the chance to tie this trip, the pace of the game I still think favors Beckley.
I really do, and you know what, but Greenbrier East has been up to the task because they've dictated this pace by pressure.
Beckley trying to get the ball maybe down low, and now they throw it away, and that's an unforced error. And you can't play in these big games when you turn the ball over like that.
Yeah,
you can't win these big games like that.
And I think on the skip they missed Josie down low. Josie Cross was open down low. Don't be scared to make that entry pass.
Now it looks like Beckley's going to go a little zone of their own now, Eric.
Yeah, but this is danger zone for them.
And there's a foul on a 3, which you never want to do. And it'll be 3 shots coming now for McClure as she gets fouled on the near side 3 ball.
Yeah, and that's going to be on Zoe Williams, and that'll be her second, which is a big, big foul here with 1:23 to go before the end of the quarter.
McClure's first free throw is good. Greenbrier East has led the entire way. They've led by many as 7 on a couple of different occasions, 7-0 to start the game and 15-8.
McClure's all 3 points from the charity stripe.
Second free throw from McClure is good. She's got 1 more, as I mentioned, fouled on the 3 ball. But one thing about it, Eric, as good as Beckley's defense has been the first 3 games, and I know it's a step up in competition here tonight, Coach Neighbors won't be happy because even if this is not made, that's 17 points with 1:23 remaining here in the quarter that Beckley's given up as she does miss the last free throw.
Lana Ellis clears her 4th rebound of the quarter.
Here's Burton with it. Josie Cross, they cut her off. Burton on the drive, finds Alana Ellis, little mid-range shot from the baseline is good by Alana Ellis. And, you know, that's really something she's really added to her game. It's made her such a better player, Maddie. Skip pass across the way, 3 on its way, kaboom! A splashdown for Waller. She drains a 3.
Hey, Maris, Jada Waller said, forget the charity stripe. I'm 0 for 2, but I'm going to be 1 for 1 behind this arc.
Like I said, a 20-point quarter for the Spartans. And the ball's knocked free. Not out of bounds. Thought for a minute it was. Here's Abby Dillon with it. Final 30 seconds of the quarter, which has been an outstanding, exciting first quarter. Just what we thought it would be. Josie Cross for 3. That's way off. And the Spartans will clear the rebound. And let's see if Greenbrier think they're going to hold it for the final shot of the quarter. And they will. And playing on the road, I think this is great strategy by Coach Justice of the Spartans.
Nice skip pass.
There's a baseline drive, going in for the layup. McClure and Coach Brian Neighbors definitely won't be happy with that. Biggest lead of the game at 8 at the end of 1 as Beckley cannot get a shot off. And at the end of the first quarter, Greenbrier East on the road has their biggest lead, an 8-point advantage. It's Greenbrier East 22, Beckley 14. Back with the second quarter after this on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Tonight's game is brought to you by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma and Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you have a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you back on your feet in a hurry, located on Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, tonight's game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Love to have me some pig right about now. And Cracker Barrel, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you always want Cracker Barrel, the old country store locations in Beckley and Princeton. Well, Maddie, your assessment of that first quarter.
I think both teams, like y'all said, they're both doing really well. They're keeping up a good speed. Like Eric said earlier, I think definitely East is the one that's, dictating that speed. I think maybe this quarter we can expect to see Beckley, to up the defense a little bit more. But both teams overall did a great job.
Eric, your thoughts on quarter number one?
And Maddie's right. I just think Greenbrier East right now looks more polished in their offensive set, getting any shot that they want.
And there's a three on their first possession by Waller. And now this is the biggest lead of the game, an 11-point advantage for the Spartans. But if you're Beckley, you've got to be patient. You can't get back in it all on one possession.
I mean, just watch the offensive flow. Beckley's is a pass and kind of stop, then pass, dribble. I mean, you have to really run your cuts and really be crisp.
Little floater by Abby Dillon, too strong. Zoe Williams with the putback and draws the foul. But Maddie, Eric, I think you both agree. For Beckley to get back in the game, they got to do it on the defensive end of the floor. I think Greenbrier East is getting too many good, easy looks at the basket.
Yeah, and they're creating those looks, though, but by the way they're running their offense, because they know where the ball is going. The ball is not stuck. It's really flow, and the offense's flow is a lot better.
And I think to the word you used, Eric, as the first free throw is no good. And once again, Beckley struggles from the lines continue, but the word you used, polished, and Greenbrier East looks like a very polished team here into the first half of their sixth game.
And this will be the sixth free throw for Beckley. They've only made, three, right at 50%.
So 1 of 2 made. And it's still a double-digit lead for the Lady Spartans. They led by as many as 11. The lead's 10 here. Beckley back in his zone. Greenbrier East knows how to attack it. Into the lane. Stewart goes through all the Beckley defenders, lays it up and in.
What a move. That was a beautiful drive and finish by Kennedy Stewart.
Yes. She's a very polished player. She's more than just a three-point shooter. As the ball's knocked out of bounds, out of Abby Dillon's hands, it will stay with the Flying Eagles. Ball comes out now to Abby Dillon. Over to Josie Cross, wide open for three. Not close. Long rebound comes out to the Spartans, and here's Workman. Over to Stewart. McClure wide open, will dial it up from three. Back iron doesn't go. Burton had it and lost it and got it back.
And transition defense right now goes to Greenbrier East, because they're not allowing Beckley, as Burton gets a finish there, but they're not allowing Beckley to get out in transition.
Right, Beckley's not had really, a couple, maybe 2 easy buckets. That's about it. Workman for three. Kaboom, a splashdown. And the biggest lead of the game right here.
I think definitely, like y'all said earlier, so far East has done a great job of, getting those open looks and getting those little buckets. But another thing is Beckley needs to put more pressure on East around the three-point line. They're getting so many easy shots.
Nice job by McClure on the block as we watch this latest three ball here by the Spartans. But Beckley trying to get the ball to Alana Ellis in the low post, and the 6'1" freshman there for Greenbrier East. McClure said, not on my watch.
Yeah, that was Hannah Fuller, actually.
Fuller, my beg your pardon, as a 3-ball is made by Abby Dillon. Back the other way, the little floater on the baseline comes up a little short by Stewart. Beckley on a run out, and they turn it over.
So you just can't have that. You had numbers 2-on-1, and you're going to get a pick up a foul here.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to waste a foul like if Burton, and they didn't call one, but they could have. Well, here's a 3, and that's short and out of bounds.
Could have, they should have.
You're right.
She was all over.
She got away with the foul there.
Yep.
And we're going to have a timeout on the floor, a full timeout. Greenbrier East leads by 10, 30-20, 5:27 for the half. We'll take it with them. Be right back on Video Productions.
2025 New River CTC Invitational is back and bigger than ever with over 30 high school and college basketball teams. And we want you to be a part of it. Sponsorship opportunities are now available for the 7th annual New River CTC Invitational. From Bridgeport to Beckley, Martinsburg to Shady Spring, and all points in between, it's a great day to become a sponsor. Don't miss out. Contact us at 304-929-6734 or visit nrctcf.org to become a sponsor today.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber or need your heat fixed till you need a plumber and need your heat fixed. So the simple thing to do is just dial 304-253-HELP for the fine people at Modley's. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by West Virginia Exit Elevation. Luke Richmond, the broker, you can dial them up at 304-256-0101. Check them out online, wvexitelevation.com. Well, Maddie and Eric, the biggest lead by Greenbrier East has been 13. Out of this timeout, the lead is 10. And, Eric, I'm thinking if you're Beckley, maybe you have a run here over the final 5:27 of the half.
Well, it's all about transition, I think. They need to play better defense, force some shots, contested shots, and get out and run. But Greenbrier East right now is the more polished offensive team, and they're getting back to the paint defensively. It's been amazing.
So here's Beckley with the possession, trying to cut into that lead. They've been down as many as I told you, about 13. That's been the biggest lead of the game. East has led the entire way. Here's Abby Dillon. Good defense that time by Workman on Dillon. Josie Cross into the lane, finds Alana Ellis, 15-footer straight away. Alana Ellis has picked up her game. Beckley on a mini 5-0 run right now.
And they extend the pressure out of that and really going to try to.
And the ball's knocked out of bounds by Zoe Williams. It'll stay with Greenbrier East as we watch this last bucket by Alana Ellis.
And I just like what she's doing. And you're right. She's worked on that shot. She's going to get it, knock it down.
So the Spartans will inbound the ball on the baseline with Kennedy Stewart to put it in play. Nice drive to the basket, a nice kiss off the glass. McClure, a beautiful offensive move.
But she has that spin move down to get to her offhand and make.
Here's Josie Cross into the lane, 10-footer, and that might have been deflected. Nevertheless, the ball is loose, and it's out of bounds, and last touch by Greenbrier East.
I think Beckley got away with one there because the ball actually hit Alana Ellis as she was coming back in.
And I think that's what head coach Jim Justice is telling the officials. Too bad they can't look at video production as that ball was knocked out of bounds by Workman. Beckley will have it side out. So Greenbrier East has scored the first 7 points of this game, and they've not looked back. They've led by as many as 13. The lead's 10 now as we're coming up on the halfway point of quarter number 2. Abby Dillon drives all the way to the basket. A lot of contact, no whistle. They turn Beckley over. And here comes Stewart the other way for the Spartans. Stewart spots up, 3-ball. Got it. Kaboom!
And Stewart's having fun out there and letting it fly. That's her second 3 of the night.
And right now, this 13-point advantage equals the longest lead of the game. And another thing, Beckley has been really bogged down, Maddie and Eric, in this first half with a lot of turnovers.
Well, you just lost a shooter in transition. You can't do that.
And, a lot of the turnovers that Beckley's had, like I said, have not been forced turns, just been unforced errors. And you're not going to win the game. You're not going to get back in the game if you keep doing that. That's for sure. Here's Greenbrier's beautiful pass in the lane. There's a foul by Josie Cross, and really that's a good foul because you can't give up the layup as McClure got behind the defense, and they was going to get an easy layup had Josie Cross not fouled her. And make sure, Maddie, that was a clean foul but a hard foul.
Right. Yeah, you hate to foul, but sometimes, it's just, got to make them earn that layup.
Right. You can't give them an easy bucket. McClure makes the first of two. Biggest lead of the game is here, but Eric, you're right. I think Greenbrier East much more polished, much more effective in the flow of their offense here in this first half. Second free throw's good. Biggest lead right here of the game. Spartans up by 15.
6 of 7 from the free throw line from McKenna McClure with 11 points.
And Beckley's having a lot of trouble getting the ball up the floor. Little floater in the lane by Abby Dillon. It won't go. Stewart clears the rebound for the Spartans. Good attacking to the basket. Here's a three by Waller. And
need a timeout.
Greenbrier East up by 18. Josie Cross on the drive off the glass, a little strong. Battle for the rebound. Alana Ellis comes out of there with it. Here's Zoe Williams. Can't hit. Josie Cross on the putback is up and in. Beckley fought hard for that bucket.
Yeah, and Alana Ellis needs the praise for that because she kept the offensive glass going.
So what do we got? We got a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 2:59 for the half. The Spartans led by as many as 18. They lead by 16 now, 40-24. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
2025 New River CTC Invitational is back and bigger than ever with over 30 high school and college basketball teams. And we want you to be a part of it. Sponsorship opportunities are now available for the 7th annual New River CTC Invitational. From Bridgeport to Beckley, Martinsburg to Shady Spring, and all points in between, it's a great day to become a sponsor. Don't miss out. Contact us at 304-929-6734 or visit nrctcf.org to become a sponsor today.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company offers no premium, no deductible health insurance with a dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Apply for a job with Infinity Coal. You can apply online through the Facebook page at United Coal Company. All right. 2:59 remaining in the half, and Eric, are you a little surprised that Greenbrier East is up by 16?
No, I'm surprised. Coming in, I didn't know how they matched up, but this is a really, really good Greenbrier East team. They're well coached, but they run their offense just so efficient.
Yes, they do. They get the ball inside or tried to, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. But you're right, their spacing is really good. They know who the shooters are. They got girls that can take you off the dribble, Maddie. They've been very, as Eric used the term, very efficient, very polished in this first half.
Yeah, I think definitely this is a team that came to play, and they know what they're up against and what's on the line here.
Nice ball movement here. There's Waller, 17 feet from the right side. It's short, and Burton will clear the rebound for Beckley.
Waller's a lefty. I'm telling you, when she's inside the arc, she doesn't shoot as well as outside.
And there's a three ball, good by Zoe Williams.
No, that was a 2.
Oh, just a 2. I beg your pardon.
Just a 2.
I guess her foot was on the line. I thought she was behind the line.
I thought it was
that was actually, her toe was on.
Back the other way. Workman dials up a 3, and that goes, and that's definitely a 3 ball that time. The Greenbrier East has shot it well.
5 3-pointers in this quarter.
Beckley with a little ball movement. Josie Cross for 3. Back iron, no good. Stewart clears the rebound for the Spartans. A deep 3 for Stewart. It's short. Battle for the rebound. It's still free. It's out of bounds over to Beckley.
Hey, I'm surprised when her shot doesn't go in. That's the most wide open she's been since that first shot.
You're right.
Kennedy Stewart shot.
She's got a great release, great rotation on the ball, right? Great height rotation on the ball.
reps. You can tell she reps that shot. This is who needs to be more aggressive offensively is Zoe Williams.
Here's Josie Cross into the lane. Tough shot. It will be short. And right now, Greenbrier East has been better, obviously, on both ends of the floor in this first half. Here's a drive under the basket. Shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Zoe Williams comes out of there with it. That shot was put up by McClure for Greenbrier East. They get the ball to Alana Ellis. Ellis on a power move. Alana Ellis, she's played really good. And actually, Eric, I think you'd agree. Maddie, I think Alana Ellis has been Beckley's best player here in the first half.
By far. She's really come to play, and she's keeping them within striking distance. She's been well on the glass.
Yeah. Final minute of the half, there's a three by Waller, doesn't go. Abby Dillon gets a rebound and a foul on Greenbrier East. And you know, Eric, you had mentioned this too. That's only the third foul between the two teams.
Yes.
I think the officials have done a great job of the way they've called this game.
Yeah, that was on Ava Workman. That'll be her second and the team's second of the quarter.
New player will check into the ball game.
And this is smart by Coach Jim Justice, getting Ava Workman out. Don't want her to pick up a cheap third one.
And that will be Batten into the ball game. Sandy Batten, a junior for the Spartans. Alana Ellis from the left elbow. That's a little strong. And Batten will clear the rebound for the Spartans. Coming up on the final 30 seconds of the half, which has been dominated by Greenbrier East. They've led wire to wire thus far. Navy holding it for the final shot. McClure in the corner. And the ball is knocked free, and it's picked up by Stewart. She turns around, in and out. Boy, that ball was halfway down and a held ball, and it will go to Beckley.
They did everything on that shot by Stewart would go in. I mean, it was in the cylinder.
That ball was halfway down.
It was in and came out.
And wouldn't stay down. So here's Beckley, maybe last shot time of the half, as they'll roll it roll it in, rather. And I'm sure, now as we're to the 10-second mark. Abby Dillon, little floater. It's partially blocked and a foul.
Yeah. I don't know about the foul, but the ball was deflected on that shot on the runner.
So Abby Dillon will get to the line. She'll shoot two with 7.5 seconds left in the half, which has been dominated by Greenbrier East.
This will be her third and fourth attempt.
One of two on the night, and now she missed that. 1 of 3. Like I said, coming into the game, Beckley shooting only 57% from the foul line through the first 3 games. Next free throw for Abby Dillon. Good. She makes 1 of 2. Spartans have to hustle up. Here's Stewart taking the final shot of the half from downtown on its way. It's short, and that's how the half will end. So, Greenbrier East scored the first 7 points of the game. They led by as many as 18, and they'll take a 14-point lead to the locker room with them at the break. It's Greenbrier East 43 and Beckley 29. We'll take our second quarter break and come back and get you ready for the Massey Power Sports halftime show here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you into the Massey Power Sports halftime show. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Maddie Belcher. We have the brains of the outfit, Faith Alexander producing and directing. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, is here, and also on camera, Jackie Moon. Well, at the break, Greenbrier East in front, 43-29. And Eric and Maddie, the Spartans scored the first 7 points of the game. They never looked back. They built their lead to 8, 22-14. At the end of the quarter, they led by as many as 18, and they're up 14 right now, 43-29. And first of all, Eric, I'll turn to you. Your assessments of the first half.
Well, my assessment is that Greenbrier East really came focused and ready to play right out the gate with as you stated, a 7-0 run.
7-0 run to start the game, right?
Never really looked back, but I think Beckley could climb back in it with some defensive stops, but they need to really get out and run because Greenbrier East not giving them anything easy.
And Maddie, your take of that first half?
Yeah, I agree. Greenbrier East definitely came to play. They came, focused. I think they definitely set the tone defensively early on in the game and just kept that going with their offense. Like Eric said, I think Beckley can still make their way up in this game if they just, really lock in and, do better on, their small turnovers. If they can clean those up and, just to lock in defensively.
Well, I think you both agreed that if Beckley's going to come back and win the game, they got to be better on the defensive end. They gave up a 22-point first quarter and then a 21-point second quarter. And I'm sure Coach Neighbors is addressing a lot of things in the locker room right now. But if you're giving up 20-point quarters, you're not going to win.
Yeah, and what on the flip side is, you score a 15-point quarter, a 14-point quarter in a normal setting.
Right.
You're playing efficient. You have to find a way to get some stops because we'll do it on Inside the Numbers. I got a few things. You gave up 21 points in that second quarter, and 15 of them were off of three-point shots.
Yeah, so hold that thought. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll go Inside the Numbers, brought to you by Pepsi. At the break, 14-point lead by the Spartans. They led by as many as 18. As I mentioned, the lead 14 now, 43-29 in favor of the Spartans. We'll take a break here in the Massey Power Sports halftime show, and we come back, we'll go Inside the Numbers here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Hey, Wes, why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Maddie Belcher here as well. We have the brains of the outfit, Faith Alexander, producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. It's a 43-29 halftime lead for the Lady Spartans, and we're going to go inside the numbers of the first half. Inside the numbers brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Love to have me an ice cold Pepsi right now, whether it's the blue can of Pepsi, the silver can of Diet Pepsi, or the black can of Pepsi Zero. Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, and Maris, the numbers are telling because of the balance. We talked at the top of the game about the balance of both teams, and Greenbrier East has really shown their balance as they have three players in double figures and one knocking right on the door. They're being led tonight by Ava Workman with 12 points and Kennedy Stewart with 12, and both of those young ladies have knocked down two three-pointers apiece. And Jada Waller has knocked down three three-pointer. She has 9 points, and McKenna McClure has done her damage by getting to the free throw line. She has 10 points, and she's made 8 free throws. And for Beckley, out of her 29 points, Josie Cross leads the way with 9. Alana Ellis, who they need to bottle up what she had before the game and give it to the rest of the players. She was their most consistent player right now. She has 8. Zoe Williams has 3. Abby Dillon has 5 and missed 2 free throws. And Carson Gunner and Danya Burton both have 2 each. And Danya Burton, that's what's really hurting him. She's not been able to get out. I think she only has 2 shots that she's gotten up. She needs to really get out in transition and be a factor defensively.
And one of the things, Maddie, that you said true, the turnovers, I know we don't keep the turnovers, but I would say Beckley had probably double digits in turnovers in that first half.
Yeah, if they can, slow it down. I know sometimes, things can get a little too fast. Things move too fast. Things, get jumbled up. And I think if they can slow down and take their time and actually get into a set and bring it up the floor rather than, throwing those bad passes, they can get those turnovers under control.
And, Eric, one last number, the free throws. What was Greenbrier East from the line in the first half?
See, they shot 9 and they made 7.
7 and 9 for Greenbrier East and Beckley.
Beckley shot 8 and made 4. 50%.
50%. Beckley, we talked about it. That was one of their Achilles heel through the first 3 games. Take our final break. Come back and get you ready for the second half, as it is a 14-point advantage for the Lady Spartans, 43-29. We'll have the second half on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but Brian moves! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it!
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They still have lanes available for their Rocket New Year's Eve, which starts at 9 o'clock. You can call Leisure Lanes to reserve your lane at 304-253-7328. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Maddie Belcher, ready for the second half. Greenbrier East will have the first possession of quarter number 3. Here's a nice drive to the basket and a beautiful finish. A great take by Waller.
And that puts Waller in double figures with 11. Just so much balance.
And Greenbrier East pressure, making it tough for Beckley to get the ball up the floor. Here's Danya Burton behind the three-point line on its way. It's short, and the rebound to the Lady Spartans as Fuller clears the boards for Greenbrier East. The lead 16 now. Biggest was 18 for the game. And Stewart for 3, back iron, no good. Alana Ellis able to clear the board for Beckley.
And Beckley has numbers right here. Here's where they need to make East pay.
Josie Cross able to finish on a nice pass by Zoe Williams.
And that was fueled by Alana Ellis clearing out a defensive rebound.
There's Greenbrier East with it. They're going to set maybe a ball screen at the head of the lane. Stewart comes around that screen, packs the basket, and draws the foul, and that's going to be the third foul on Josie Cross.
Yeah, and on the switch right there, Josie has to know she's got to stay on the floor. You can't. You might just want to let that layup go. That's a tough.
And Eric, you alluded to something because Greenbrier East has ran that high ball screen with Stewart and other girls, and Stewart makes the first free throw coming off that screen, and it looked like that has really given Beckley fits all night. They really have not been able to adjust to that.
And Greenbrier East digs into her bench early here.
Yale Batten, who played about a minute and a half to end the first half, will check in here in the first minute of the second half. Second free throw is no good. Fight for the loose ball, and Abby Dillon comes out of there with it.
It amazes me how good some of these girls can shoot and not knock down threes.
Here's a steal by Waller going in, or Workman, I beg your pardon. You're right, Eric. Workman. Nice little head and shoulder fake and able to lay it up and in.
And that's 14 for Workman as she makes.
And she gets a steal.
Gets another steal.
Workman, nice hesitation, great move. Here's Waller. Waller's the left-hander who's got the ball now. Splits two Beckley defenders, lay it up and in. And right now, Greenbrier East with the 19-point lead is hitting Beckley with lefts and rights as Coach Brian Neighbors wants a 30-second timeout. And one thing, too, Maddie, I think with the way the Spartans have started the game and started now the second half, it's taken this big crowd out of the game.
Yeah, that's definitely not how, we wanted to lead into the second half. I think if Beckley is going to make their way back into this game and get it to a closer run or a closer lead, I think they're definitely going to have to do better on the defensive side and, also on their turnovers. That we just had one or two, in this last minute that definitely, contributed to East's points.
Biggest lead of the game right here at 19. By the way, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need your heat fixed or a plumber till you do. And Modley's Plumbing and Heating are the ones to call. 304-253-HELP. Well, out of the timeout, Beckley will have it. Greenbrier East will continue their pressure as the new player into the ball game for Beckley. Carson Gunner will check in as Zoe Williams will have a seat. But Eric, and there's a turnover. Stewart, shot doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. Gunner comes out of there with it. And
turnover.
Throws it away. Boy, I know we don't keep turnovers, but I'd say that's at least 15 for Beckley, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, and right now Beckley is just really out of sorts.
They're really
they don't have an answer. They don't have any answers.
No, they're staggered against the ropes, and you can credit Greenbrier East for their plays. Batten takes it to the basket. It won't go. Alana Ellis with the rebound. Somebody for Beckley, if they're going to get back in it, Eric's got to give them a spark. Here's Josie Cross, 15-footer. It's short, grazes the rim. The ball's loose in. Nothing but green jerseys around it as the Spartans have controlled this game from the opening tip. Nice drive. There's a foul on Burton as, Workman able to beat the defender off the dribble and get to the rim and draw the foul.
Yeah, Workman beat Burton badly on that dribble drive to just basic offense, and Beckley just doesn't have an answer.
So it'll be a couple of free throws coming here for the Lady Spartans, trying to take this lead to 20. And the first free throw by Workman is good, and now we're at the largest lead of the game, a 20-point advantage right now for Greenbrier East. And Eric, as Josie Cross checks out of the game, new player for Beckley into the ball game, Rachel Pritt, seeing her first action of the night. But the Spartans right now are sending a message here in this early season showdown as they have their biggest lead of the game right now at 52-31, and they get another steal. Stewart, a little strong on the layup. Pritt had it, knocked free, down on the floor. The arrow will give it to Beckley.
As you can see, though, Greenbrier East is faster to the ball, getting all the 50-50 balls. If it's on the floor, they're going to get it. And this is, 4 straight turnovers for out of the pressure.
Ball comes into Abby Dillon. They double team her in the backcourt.
Right now, this kind of surprises me when you take Josie Cross off of the floor. that your only ball handler right now is Abby.
And
Dillon.
Abby Dillon turns it over. On the drive, she loses it out of bounds. It's been a really frustrating night if you're Beckley, and boy, a pleasant night up to this point if you're Greenbrier East. Here's a three straight away. Good. What a good-looking shot by Workman. And right now, Greenbrier East is just running away and hiding from Beckley.
19 points for Workman.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Maddie. Well, that's another thing. You know, most of Greenbrier East points, especially in these last 2 quarters, have been from threes.
Abby Dillon knocks a three down there.
So Beckley's just really got to do a better job at, you know, contesting the shots.
And Waller in an and one. A beautiful take to the basket and a great finish. I love the play. Waller so under control, Eric, as she curls into the lane to get the hoop in the arm.
Yeah, I didn't see who that was whistled on, but that will be third team foul for Beckley.
There's the replay, but is that Burton?
Yep.
And, you know, Eric, you had mentioned it. Beckley has had no answer for Greenbrier East. Free throw is no good, but an offensive rebound on the missed free throw. Batten has it now.
Yeah, the only thing that Coach Justice will have to work on is his team's free throw shooting, because and they're still shooting it at a decent clip.
And Stewart able to go right through the Beckley defense and finish. And right now, it's a beatdown, a 25-point advantage, and another Greenbrier East steal. And Burton clears the rebound on the missed shot.
Yeah, I have numbers here.
Burton finds Alana Ellis. Greenbrier East gets back, and what do we got?
Might be offense.
It could be an offensive foul as Ellis cleared out, but they're going to call a Spartan foul. And you're right, Eric, it could have been a foul.
No, they called it the right way.
And they changed it right. They called it the right way.
That was the correct call.
You are correct. Biggest lead of the game right here at 25. Josie Cross will check in, and Zoe Williams will check in, and Greenbrier East will take a timeout. 4:14 for the third. It's been all Spartans tonight. 59-34. We'll take a break and be right back on Video Productions.
2025 New River CTC Invitational is back and bigger than ever with over 30 high school and college basketball teams. And we want you to be a part of it. Sponsorship opportunities are now available for the 7th annual New River CTC Invitational. From Bridgeport to Beckley, Martinsburg to Shady Spring, and all points in between, it's a great day to become a sponsor. Don't miss out. Contact us at 304-929-6734 or visit nrctcf.org to become a sponsor today.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Co. Company. Infinity Co. offers no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Love me some pig at Cracker Barrel, the old country store. Locations in Beckley and Princeton. Well, I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Maddie Belcher. We also have the brains of the outfit, producing and directing, Faith Alexander. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, is here, and Jackie Moon on camera. And right now, Eric, I'm not sure that people would be surprised in the fact that Greenbrier East is ahead in the third quarter, but maybe surprised that they're ahead by 25.
Yeah, it's totally been from wire to wire domination by the Lady Spartans, and they're legit, and they're showing this Beckley team that they have a lot to work on if they're wanting to compete at the top level.
And Matt, I think it's fair to say that Greenbrier East seems like they were more prepared for this game than what Beckley's been.
Yeah, I agree. And especially, to touch on what Eric said earlier, East just looks like a more polished team right now.
So out of the timeout, the Spartans have it.
Just watch how they run their cuts, ball fakes. Just everything is precise.
And another thing too, Eric and Maddie, they've got any of the girls on the floor can go off the dribble, or they can get their shot, or they can shoot the ball. Here's Batten into the lane. They cut her off. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans. They'll put the ball in play right here in front of us.
And the difference in the game is you have Zoe Williams coming in averaging 15. She's been held to 3. Burton averaging, 12?
Right.
She has 2.
As I said, remember I said on top, your best players have to be your best players, and that hadn't been the case tonight for Beckley.
And Abby Dillon has been battling. The two people that have battled, consistently have been Abby Dillon and Ellis.
Here's Zoe Williams up underneath, misses the shot. I think she got a little too far up underneath. And back the other way, here's Stewart.
See, but catch that one little power dribble to the other side of the rim, you shoot a layup.
And there's a three head of the lane. That's no good. That three is put up by McClure. And here comes Donya Burton back the other way for Beckley, and there's a Greenbrier East foul. And, Eric, that's only
a good foul.
Yeah, because it's only their first foul of the quarter, Maddie and Eric, with 3:05 left in it.
And that's a good foul because that stopped transition.
Yes.
See, even when Greenbrier East does something that they shouldn't, I think it's
when they do
calculated.
Bad, a foul, it worked out. Here's Pritt for three, in and out, no good. Josie Cross with an offensive rebound. The putback is good.
Josie Cross with 13 points, and they're going to get back in it. That's what's going to have to happen. Not easy transition buckets like that.
And if you're Greenbrier East, you can't afford that. You have an easy, what you think is going to be an easy layup as we watch that last play, Maddie. But Batten misses the easy layup and then commits a foul.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think Beckley got lucky in that situation because they were falling behind on transition deep.
Right.
They had a girl behind them, which, is never good. And, she drew the foul. So luckily they got the foul.
So here are the Lady Flying Eagles. Greenbrier East 5-0, Beckley 3-0. Burton. Beckley trying to find an opening. Abby Dillon on the drive, a little floater off the glass, up and in. Nice shot by Abby Dillon.
And Abby gets into double figures and finding her offensive legs a little bit. But if you're going to do anything, you got to do it on this end.
That's right, the defensive end, and we've talked about that.
And that's some good defense, on-ball defense.
And it got a whistle. What do we got? I guess we're going to call a foul, I believe, on Abby Dillon. And that's puts East at the line as Beckley's over the limit.
Out of all the fouls that we've seen or contact that we've seen.
Here's a replay.
I think that's a no call at best.
I think that was clean.
Well, when it's going right for you, it's going right as Stewart, who's been outstanding here tonight, calmly sinks the first of two free throws. Second free throw on its way. Got them both. Coming up on the final 2 minutes of the third quarter, Pritt will dial it up for three. Back iron, no good. Burton with an offensive rebound. The putback won't go. And we got a whistle on the rebound. It's a Beckley foul. We'll walk the length of the floor as Burton looks like she's hurt a little bit, Maddie and Eric. She's suffering in pain, putting her hands over her face. I didn't see what happened.
I didn't either.
But right now, Burton is holding her leg. She's got like I don't even know what you call that. I guess a sleeve, they call that, Maddie, as we watch the replay. Looked like maybe her foot got tangled up her knee. I really couldn't see.
Yeah, I think more of a twist of her ankle maybe.
Well, I don't know if it's her ankle or her knee, but she's going to hop off.
It's probably
I think she might be having a cramp. Yeah.
She's in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
As it'll be free throws for Greenbrier East.
She probably just, tweaked it the right way.
And it'll be Fuller that will get to the line to shoot two for the Lady Spartans. But Greenbrier East scored the first 7 points of this game, and they've never looked back. They led by 8, 22-14 at the quarter. They led by 14, 43-29 at the half. And their lead is 61-38 now. They've led by as many as 25. And if Fuller can make both of these, they'll take that lead back to 25. First free throw is good.
Fuller able to get into the scoring column.
We got a doubleheader tomorrow night on Video Productions. 5:30. It'll be a girls' game, Nicholas County at Shady, followed by a 7:15 tip, Independence at Shady, the boys' game. One of two free throws are made, but the Spartans get an offensive rebound. Stewart has it. Drives down the lane, tacks the basket, lays it up. It won't go. Offensive rebound, back up and in. And the biggest lead of the game is right here. Ball's loose. Beckley able to maintain the possession. Abby Dillon on the drive into the lane. A little floater. Back iron won't go. And a held ball, and the arrow is pointing to Greenbrier East.
Yeah, just getting beaten all phases.
Yeah.
I mean, Greenbrier East, hats off to them, man. This is a good this is a good team. Solid ball club.
Yeah. Shiloh Mack will check into the Beckley lineup. And, Eric, we said this, and Maddie, back on top, that each team would find out this is a measuring stick before you go into the Christmas break. Now, Beckley will play Oak Hill on Saturday afternoon, so they won't have a lot of time to sit around and whine about it. They got one more game, or sit around and, and try to say, poor, pitiful me. They got to get ready for Oak Hill on Saturday.
See, right. Even on the dribble handoff right there, Maddie, that's the worst shot that's been.
It was partially blocked. Ball's loose, and Zoe Williams had it, and she's able to get it back.
Yeah, but it's like the ball's a hot potato with Beckley when they get it. They need to, just calm down and play basketball. And they've just been rattled because this great defense by Greenbrier East and the offensive onslaught.
Final 50 seconds of the third. Zoe Williams into the lane, puts up a short shot, needs a roll, won't get it. Offensive rebound by Josie Cross. The putback is no good. And the offensive rebound is there by Zoe Williams.
And that's the first time we saw Beckley actually do work on the glass and really get on the offensive glass and get some shots up.
But you're right, Eric. Greenbrier East has beat Beckley in all phases of this game here tonight. Still got another quarter to go, the final 20 seconds here of the third. And Waller puts up the mid-range shot. Won't go. Josie Cross comes out of there with it. Josie Cross all the way to the basket, lays it up. It won't go. Ball's loose. Final 8 seconds of the third. Time for the Spartans to get maybe up one more shot. And they do, and the layup is good as Fuller finishes ahead of the buzzer. And at the end of three, Greenbrier East has a 66-40 lead on Beckley. We'll take a break and be back with the fourth quarter after this on Video Productions.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Compliance helped me lose 50.
And we welcome you back here in Beckley as we go to the fourth quarter. It's been all Greenbrier East. They lead in the ball game 66-40. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Maddie Belcher. The brains of the outfit, Faith Alexander, is here. Jackie Moon on camera, and the heavy hitter lurking around, Mr. Nick Eskins. But, Eric, I'm very impressed with what I've seen through three quarters. And, Maddie, I think you would be impressed, too, how Greenbrier East, they've scored the first 7 points. They've never looked back, and they've increased their lead every quarter. They led 22-14 at the quarter, 43-29 at the break, 66-40 as we go to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think definitely, like you said, East came to play. They're, right now at this moment in time, they are outplaying Beckley. From the third to the fourth quarter, Beckley only scored 11 points, and then East scored, 23.
And that last shot by Josie Cross all the way in, Eric, and pops out. That's the kind of night it's been for Beckley.
Yeah, definitely the kind of night it's been, and they've only knocked down 2 3-point shots, and you said at the top of the broadcast, nice give and go.
Just beautiful give and go, just missed it, yeah.
That they had to shoot better from three-point range and better from the free throw line, and they've not done either.
And they haven't done it right. It's Maddie, getting Abby. Maddie and Abby, I apologize to both girls. Abby Dillon able to knock that down. Sorry about that, Abby. I got Maddie sitting beside me.
And one positive that's coming out of this game is still, I think Abby Dillon's starting to get the rust from being the layoff from a year, and she'll be better for it as the year goes on.
I agree.
Well, we're a minute into the fourth quarter, and it's going to take a huge, amazing comeback for Beckley to come back. Look at Waller go through the entire Beckley defense and lay it up and in. But, there's a lot of things that Beckley, I'm sure, will improve on. This has been a learning curve, a learning lesson here in the opening part of the season as Burton will dial it up for 3 and hit. But make no mistake about it, this is a very good Greenbrier East team. That ball was actually kicked. by Josie Cross, and she'll go in and get fouled.
Nice hard foul.
But that play happened in front of us. I do believe it was kicked, don't you?
Yeah.
And they didn't blow the whistle, and Beckley able to, let's see if we can get the replay.
I don't think we got it right where
we didn't get it, but I thought that the ball was kicked. But nevertheless.
And everybody wanted that's just a good, hard, clean foul.
Yeah,
right
there was no
there.
flagrant there. Josie Cross misses the free throw. But once again, moving forward.
And that's a good foul now because you don't give up an easy layup, and now you got to make them pay at the free throw line, which Josie was able to make one of two.
And, Maddie, you have played with some of these girls, and Eric, we've watched them over the years, and they're much better free throw shooters than what they've shot up to this point.
Yeah.
It's Abby Dillon, a little floater into the lane, no good. Zoe Williams, the putback won't go, but she'll draw the foul.
Yeah, when I was playing, and I'm sure not much has changed. I'm sure Brian still, does the same things as practice, but we would end every practice with, making so many free throws, or in between water breaks, we would be at the line.
And we're going to have a timeout on the floor with 6:16 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's a 68-46 Spartan lead. And let's see, it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here, and while we got a minute, tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you have a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. They're located on Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty, Luke Richmond, the broker, 304-256-0101. Check out Exit Elevation Realty. And also brought to you in part by Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Allstate, Lori Richmond is your agent at Allstate. All right, out of the timeout. The lead for the Spartans, 68-46. And it'll be Zoe Williams getting to the free throw line. And she'll shoot a pair. First free throw is good.
I think that was a good timeout by Coach Justice, because in between the chaos right there, Beckley had turned them over 3 straight times.
So Beckley applies the pressure, trying to turn them over again. The lead's 20 for the Spartans. They've led by as many as 26. Here's a take to the basket, lean in off the glass, won't go. And for the Spartans, that shot was put up by Workman, and Ellis has the rebound. And the ball is knocked out of the hands of Josie Cross, another Beckley turnover. There's McClure with it. Greenbrier's in no hurry.
Well, that's a tough pass not to be picked off right there.
To throw it where she threw it from, you're right. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I thought that was a layup the other way.
Yeah, from the far corner all the way over here just outside the elbow. Nice drive to the basket, and a scoop shot won't go. The offensive rebound to Greenbrier East. The roll there put up by Fuller won't stay down. Here's Zoe Williams for Beckley in the open court. Puts it up and in and draws the foul on Stewart.
That was a good take by, Zoe Williams being able to get up the floor and, Josie to find her.
Yeah, Josie found Williams. But that was a great pass by Josie because she didn't dribble too many times. 2 dribbles and get it out. Mm-hmm. And that's what you do. You give your offensive player a chance in transition to make a 3-point play.
Zoe Williams cannot cash in on the free throw, and then Abby Dillon commits the foul going for the rebound. That's Beckley's first team foul.
And that's Abby's first foul of the night.
So Beckley has cut into the lead. I mean, they still got a lot to make up, but they have cut into the lead.
Well, here's the thing. If you're Beckley, you got to try to at least win a quarter and just play with some pride, which that's what they seem to be doing. Just too little, too late, really.
Yeah, they were down by as many as 26. They've cut the lead to 18, and there's a steal by Josie Cross. Here's Burton down the lane, finds Zoe Williams. The shot's partially blocked. Good hustle by Josie Cross. She had it. They go down on the floor. The ball is still loose. Stewart comes out of there with it. Great play by the Lady Spartans. Stewart.
Both teams are battling and playing hard.
And there's a foul on Alana Ellis.
And that will be Alana's third.
And team's second.
And I think that's a good foul because they had numbers, that being Greenbrier East, and set up your half-court defense.
So the lead is 18. It was as big as 26. Greenbrier's trying to get it in. They finally do. Waller's had a big night for the Lady Spartans, and Waller maybe should have shot that one. Tries to get the ball down low. We got a jump ball, and the arrow will keep it with the Spartans. A little shovel pass to Fuller, but I thought Waller would just go ahead and take that to the basket.
Yeah, and she was being a little too unselfish right there when she had a clear layup.
Here's McClure in the corner. Fuller in the low post. They knocked the ball free, and Greenbrier East throws it away.
Moving forward, though, that's one thing that they'll have to develop, Greenbrier East, going up against some better teams with the post presence.
Post players, yeah. So Batten will check back in for Greenbrier East. 4.5 to go. And like I said, Beckley has cut into this lead. Greenbrier East has only scored 2 points thus far, Eric, here in this fourth quarter. The lead was 26. It's been cut to 18. And a chance for Beckley to get a little closer if they can score on this trip. Josie Cross, a little baseline shot, doesn't go. Long rebound, McClure has it for the Lady Spartans. And now Greenbrier East may want to slow it down a bit as we're getting ready to approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Waller scoops to the basket, doesn't go. Alana Ellis, very physical with that rebound. Abby Dillon on the run. That was a tough shot, so she never got her feet set.
Well, I think the ball was deflected on the trail.
Yeah. So now Greenbrier East coach Jim Justice, maybe want a little motion here and maybe run a little clock. And Burton easily could have been a foul on Burton.
Yeah. Fans wanting 5, but should have been foul.
Yeah, and there's a foul on Greenbrier East. But you're right, Eric. That was a foul before it was a 5 second.
It was a mugging.
And a foul on the rebound on Greenbrier East. The foul's on Burton. But here's the thing, Maddie and Eric. Even though Greenbrier East has only scored 2 points in this quarter, Beckley, even though they've cut in the lead, they've been stuck on 50 the last 3 or 4 trips.
Yeah, they've had 4 possessions.
They've been able to score.
4 possessions.
So, if you're not giving up anything when you're behind, you've got to be able to score. Let's see what they do here. 3.5 for the game. Lana Ellis will dial up for 3 and hit. Lana Ellis has had a big night. She's been Beckley's best player tonight.
And if you're wide open, shoot it.
Beckley's
let it fly.
From down 26 to down 15, and Stewart with it. Backs it back out. And if you're East, you'd think you don't have to be as quick. You can be a little patient coming up on the 3-minute mark of the game.
Yeah, you got to make Beckley foul and get into the bonus and shoot those free throws.
Down low, and the shot is up and in, and a foul. That's a nice play as Fuller does a good job as she gets the hoop in the arm.
That's only their 4th point of the quarter.
That's what I'm saying. They really haven't done a lot, but Beckley wasn't able to do anything when they were trying to make the run. Fuller will try to polish off a 3-point play. Free throw on its way, and it's good. And the lead to 18. It's been as big as 26. Abby Dillon from downtown. Back iron, no good. And the Spartans, they've led wire to wire, and this has been very impressive tonight here by the Greenbrier Spartans, coached by the governor, soon-to-be Senator Jim Justice, and he'll call a timeout. We'll take it with them with 2:40 for the game. It's an 18-point lead for the Spartans. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
2025 New River CTC Invitational is back and bigger than ever with over 30 high school and college basketball teams. And we want you to be a part of it. Sponsorship opportunities are now available for the 7th annual New River CTC Invitational. From Bridgeport to Beckley, Martinsburg to Shady Spring, and all points in between, it's a great day to become a sponsor. Don't miss out. Contact us at 304-929-6734 or visit nrctcf.org to become a sponsor today.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. Allstate in Market Road in Beckley. Well, Maddie, right now, Beckley down 18-40. A big deficit, not a lot of time to catch up on that deficit.
Yeah, I mean, like y'all said, right before the break, Beckley has definitely done a better job at, fighting back and forth. But that's the thing. They've been going back and forth and nothing's happened. They didn't score that many except for Alana's, 3. But, if they're going to work that hard, then they need something to show for it.
So, Eric, I think you would agree that Beckley, after tonight, they play Saturday afternoon at Oak Hill at 1 o'clock.
But that's going to be a tough matchup.
It will be, but they'll have to kind of wash the bad taste out of their mouth from this game, prepare, and get ready to go play Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, and definitely that's the good thing about basketball, the quick turnaround. You have a chance to work on some things. You see some positives out of some players, but right now, if I had to pick one player that's really stood out for Beckley, it's been Alana Ellis.
Yeah.
She's really, really done it on the glass, scoring, playing defense, rebounding.
Yeah, Alana Ellis has been Beckley's best player here tonight.
I think they may have got away with a double dribble right there.
But Greenbrier East now going to spread the floor, run clock. Beckley's got only a foul to give, and Waller will attack the basket, throw it at McClure. And I'm not sure unless Greenbrier East get a layup, Maddie or Eric, that they're really looking to score. I think just run clock and maybe get Beckley to foul them.
You have to get a trap or something going.
Right. There's almost a foul there by Burton. In fact, she got away, maybe fouling her twice right there. Under 2 minutes for the game. And then Batten will take the little short shot and miss, but Greenbrier East gets the rebound. Down the lane, it's up and in. And Workman. And now Beckley will call a timeout. And it'll be a 30-second timeout, I believe, or a full. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here. Let you know that we mentioned a doubleheader tomorrow at 5:30. We'll be on the air at 5 o'clock. It'll be a girls' game. It'll be Nicholas County at Shady, and then that'll be followed by the boys' game, which is Independence at Shady. And then next week, we will have the Battle for the Armory presented by Little General Stores. And I got that schedule somewhere. I have so many papers here, Eric and Maddie, somewhere. But I know the games are on the 27th. There's a 2 o'clock game, 4 o'clock game, 6 o'clock game, and 8 o'clock game. And I know that Beckley and Wyoming East are playing the 8 o'clock game. Shady and Charleston Catholic is the 6 o'clock game. Oak Hill, James Monroe, the 2 o'clock game. And can I remember this last one? Princeton is playing Mount Hope Christian, I think, in the 2 o'clock game. Even though I did that backwards, I went 8, 6, 4, and 2. I just was trying to remember as I went. And of course, we'll have all of the action on Friday from the Armories. I mentioned Battle for the Armory presented by Little General Stores on Friday the 27th and Saturday the 28th. And then, of course, the week of January 6th to the 11th, the 7th annual New River Community and Technical College, and we'll have all the games on for that. All right, final minute and a half of this one. It's been all Greenbrier East. They've led from wire to wire as Beckley had the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Flying Eagles. But Eric, I said on top, and I got to admit I was wrong. I thought that if this game got up in the 70s, it would favor Beckley, but that has not been the case tonight. Greenbrier East, they did not mind playing the up-tempo game here tonight.
Yeah, they were actually the better team at the up-tempo game.
As Abby Dillon's 3 ball just grazes the rim. Workman back the other way. Like I said, East not really needing to shoot. As soon as I say that, they do. And the shot is short by Bannon out of bounds. And it will go over to Beckley, the final 1:15.
And Alana Ellis right there on the boards. We don't keep it. She's well in the double figures in rebounds.
But Greenbrier East really took it to Beckley right from the beginning. They scored the first 7 points. They've never looked back. They led by 8 at the quarter, 14 at the break, 26 at the end of 3. And we're coming up here, Maddie and Eric, on the final minute of this one. And as Burton goes in, she scores to cut it from 20 to 18. And even though Beckley has made a run here in this fourth quarter, this game has never really been close. There's Waller down low, turns around, little layup, scores.
19 for Waller.
So final 30 seconds of this one as Alana Ellis puts up a three. That's short. Stewart clears the rebound for East. But this is a statement win here tonight by Greenbrier East. The Spartans will go 6-0. Beckley will go to 3-1. They'll dribble out the time. And the fans that made the trip from Greenbrier East to Beckley are loving this as there's a foul on Beckley. And I do believe that's in the act of shooting, and Ava Workman will get to the line and shoot two.
Where Ava Workman is 2 for 2 as we watch on the drive, just beats them off the dribble drive. They're a well-polished team, man. Just run our offense really well, play tough defense.
And, you know, another thing, too, Eric, is, you know, by the new the way that the teams are sanctioned now with Greenbrier East down in AAA and not battling the 4A schools anymore, they're going to give those teams in 3A some fits because this is a really well-coached, really good team as both free throws are made, the lead to 22 in the final 8 seconds. And the shot is up. It counts. And that last bucket by Gunner is good, and that will make the final score Greenbrier East 77 and Beckley 57. So the Spartans win. They remain undefeated. They'll go to 6-0. Beckley will lose their first game of the season. They will go to 3-1. And, you know, Eric, Maddie, before we go into break, Beckley came in averaging 82 points a game, and they only get 57 tonight, way below their average. And Greenbrier East had a lot to do with that. But we'll talk about all that when we come back as we'll get you into the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show coming up next here on Video Productions.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
Incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
The 2025 New River CTC Invitational is back and bigger than ever with over 30 high school and college basketball teams. And we want you to be a part of it. Sponsorship opportunities are now available for the 7th annual New River CTC Invitational. From Bridgeport to Beckley, Martinsburg to Shady Spring, and all points in between, it's a great day to become a sponsor. Don't miss out. Contact us at 304-929-6734 or visit nrctcf.org to become a sponsor today.
And we welcome you back courtside here at Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Maddie Belcher, the heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins is lurking about, and we also have producing and directing the brains of the outfit, Faith Alexander and Jackie Moon on camera. Final score, Greenbrier East beats Beckley 77-57. The Spartans remain undefeated. They are now 6-0 on the young season. Beckley will lose their first game. They'll fall to 3-1. And right off the bat, it was all Greenbrier East. They scored the first 7 points. They never looked back. They led by 8, 22-14 at the end of the quarter. They extended that lead to 43-29 at the break. They opened up a 26-point lead, which overall was the largest lead of the game at 66-40 at the end of the third quarter. And they win the ball game by 20, 77-57. We're in here at the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Eric will have the numbers, and we'll go inside the numbers, brought to you by Pepsi, on the flip side of the break here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Hey, Wes! Why'd we settle on skydiving? Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it? I guess. Where's your chute? I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
And we welcome you back to the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. Final score, Greenbrier East beats Beckley 77-57 in this girls game. Spartans remain undefeated. They go to 6-0. Beckley falls to 3-1. We're going to go inside the numbers. Inside the numbers brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Love to have me an ice-cold blue can of Pepsi right about now. And Eric, you have the numbers of this big Greenbrier East win.
Yeah, the difference in this 20-point win, Maris, is both teams made 19 field goals. But Greenbrier East was able to knock down eight three-pointers to 4 for Beckley and shot a whopping 21 free throws and made 15 of them. And they were real efficient, some serious balance from the 5 starters as the Ava Workman led them tonight. The sophomore poured in 23 points. Kennedy Stewart, the freshman, had 17. Jada Waller, senior, had 19 and was and knocked down 3 three-pointers. McKenna McClure had 10, and rounding out the scoring is Hannah Fuller. She got all 8 of her points in that decisive second half where they really ran away with it. For Beckley, they were led tonight by Josie Cross. The senior had 14 points. Abby Dillon, the other senior, had 12. Danya Burton had 7. Lana Ellis, who I thought played the most complete game of everyone tonight for the Flying Eagles had 11. Zoe Williams had 9, and rounding out the scoring was Carson Gunner with 4. But Beckley was paltry, 13. They shot 13 free throws and only made 7.
Yeah, and that's been an issue through these first 4 games, even the 3 games that they won, Eric and Maddie. Like I said, coming into the game, Beckley's numbers were only 57% as a team made from the free throw line. They came in averaging 82. Of course, Greenbrier East held them way below that, holding Beckley only to 57. So before we say our goodbyes, Maddie, your final thoughts of this big Greenbrier East win?
Yeah, the free throws actually is something I had jotted down. Definitely this game was definitely a wake-up call for Beckley. I think they're, a great-looking team, but tonight, they definitely had that competition that they needed to, show everything that they needed to work on. And like you said, they have a game coming up on Saturday, and that gives them a chance to turn it around. Just some things that they definitely need to, touch on their free throws, working on those turnovers, and definitely working on their transition D and be able to get back and, contest those open three-pointers.
And, Eric, your final thoughts of the big 20-point Spartan victory?
Yeah, Greenbrier Spartans is as good as advertised. I kept using the word polished, but they ran their offense so efficient, Maris, and it was really putting pressure on the Beckley defense. But the thing is with Beckley, you have a lot of games left ahead of you as well. You don't let this loss turn into a loss at Oak Hill, because Oak Hill is going to be a much improved, tough opponent Saturday.
And as you stated, it's a good thing about basketball, not like football, where you got to wait a whole week to play. You're going to have practice tomorrow and to go over some of the things that they did not execute on both ends of the floor tonight that they'll definitely work on tomorrow. But you can't work them too hard tomorrow, because you got to get them ready to play early on Saturday at 1 o'clock. So I'm sure the coaching staff at Beckley will get the girls back in the right frame of mind and ready to go on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's why you coach the game. You want to see improvement. You have a bad game and get a chance on Saturday to get that bad taste out of your mouth.
All right, that'll do it from here. Once again, tomorrow night we'll have a doubleheader. We'll have a girls and boys doubleheader at 5:30 tomorrow at Shady. The game will tip. It'll be Shady hosting Nicholas County, and then right after that, and they're saying 7:15. It will be a boys game between Independence and Shady. We'll have both of those games on video productions tomorrow, and then we wish everybody a Merry Christmas after the Christmas holiday there, or after Christmas on Friday the 27th and Saturday the 28th, a little general battle for the Armory. There'll be 4 games each day, 2, 4, 6, and 8, and we'll have all those on video productions. All right, for our entire crew here, for our cameraman, Jackie Moon, for the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, for the brains of the outfit, she's the one that makes it happen, Faith Alexander, for my partner, Eric Thomas, and for Maddie Belcher, Maddie B. I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Greenbrier East defeats Beckley tonight at this girls' game, 77-57. Good night, everybody.